Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for being here. Yes, I think it was a solid performance from us, I think, all round. It was clear to see that we were the better team and in control of majority of the match. I thought we were a bit unlucky not to get an earlier sort of goal. Just created some chances, hit the post a couple of times. So going in only 1-0 at half time, I thought we probably needed to have got in, with another goal advantage. Because what we didn't want to do is go into second half and then the game drags on at 1-0, and then obviously a score draw, means that we don't qualify. So the message at half time was that we can't afford not to go for the second goal and hopefully get a third. We didn't want to be in a situation where something could happen and then we have to be reactive. So the message was to go out second half, continue playing, continue asking questions. We knew that they would start tiring and they would have to come out at us to try and get back in the game, and then that was hopefully the opportunity to then bury the game, which we did. We started the second half well, got the 3-0 lead. It was pretty comfortable. Obviously, you don't want to be conceding sloppy goals. Clean sheets are always something that we want to be keeping, so it was a bit disappointing to concede at 3-1, but we got the fourth and the game was over. Solid performance all round. Nice to be scoring goals again, and yes, looking forward to the group stages.
Thank you very much, Coach. We do have a roving mic this afternoon, so please just raise your hand in advance when asking questions. We will now take questions from the floor. Okay, got one here in front, and then we'll do Mark next.
Coach, you're obviously happy to score the goals, but also a good performance from Mojela, even though he didn't get on the score sheet.
Yes, I think I had a good chat with Bradley early on in the week, and did tell him that he is slowly getting back. It was a difficult injury to overcome, and in terms of his full rehab, he's still getting there. So I always wanted to use the CAF preliminary stage qualification games for him to get those minutes, and today I was very pleased with his effort and his commitment, the energy that we all know Bradley can do, and a typical Mojela moment to create the penalty for us in the first half. But yeah, it was good to see him just moving a lot better than what I've seen him in the last couple of weeks. So very pleased for him that he was able to, and he probably could have continued, but being on the yellow, we just were a little bit hesitant to push him all the way, just in case he had a second yellow.
Mark.
Steve, it'll be 4 games in 10 days when you take on Marumo with all the travel included. How worried are you that might be a bit of an impact for Wednesday?
Yes, it is not easy. Obviously, we have to tomorrow just regenerate and just get some rest before we travel on Tuesday already. So we'll have one training session Tuesday before we travel to Bloemfontein. So yeah, it's not easy. So hopefully a little bit of rotation kept some players a bit fresh. Hopefully for Wednesday that they can have an impact. People like Mokobodi is suspended, so he's not available for Wednesday. So it was good for him to be playing. Kevin Titus has played a lot of minutes. It was good to give him a bit of a rest. So the travel is not easy. We can't run away from it. But at the end of the day, I've always said that if we want to be competing in CAF, then it comes with the territory that you are going to be playing more regularly, and we just have to actually embrace it, take the challenge up. It's more matches that we play, so it means everybody gets more minutes. So hopefully we can manage Wednesday and get ourselves into another semi-final, which I think again would be a remarkable achievement considering how many semi-finals we've been getting into in the last couple of years.
Coach, if my memory serves me right, so it was a tougher start to the group stages last season. I don't know if you've thought that far, considering that you've just qualified for the next round, but what are you hoping to do differently going into the next round?
Yeah, look, I think obviously the experience we gained is something that now we have in our sort of arsenal in terms of just experiencing the continent. We started difficult. It wasn't easy with our first 2 matches, not getting anything from it. So we recovered well enough to then make the knockout stages. So there's a lot of big teams, a lot of difficult teams in the hat for the draw. So we're not expecting it to be any easier, but hopefully our experience that we gain can stand us in good stead. And yeah, also hoping and trusting that Athlone can become our home venue for the group stages. I'm not sure where we are at with the approval of it, because what made it more difficult last season was just obviously the travelling and playing out of Western Cape. So hopefully the next 3 group stage games can be either here or at the stadium.
Coach Steve, congratulations on the win. You're mentioning the group stages. Kaizer Chiefs have just qualified also. Would you maybe prefer to have them in your group than travelling out of the country?
Yeah, difficult one. In terms of travelling and knowing the opposition, yes. I wouldn't mind having them in our group, because that would mean one less travel. So in terms of that, I wouldn't mind having them in the group, to answer you directly.
Coach, you did mention it in the first bit, but was it 8 goals in 5 days? After a little period when things weren't going in the net, you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, I think it was no goals in 18 days or something, but yeah, it's nice. I think, you know, it's just really about perseverance and just trusting and continuing to do the things that we always do, and, you know, just the confidence that we got from midweek. Hopefully, you know, that carried in today, and it can carry on through to Wednesday and our next 2 very big important league matches before FIFA. So we've still got to get back from Bloem and travel to Mojela and back to play Stellies. So hopefully the floodgates have opened a little bit. But yeah, we can't become complacent. We've got to keep working at the final third, box entries, quality of the pass, cross, shot, whatever it means. So yeah, I think we did have a barren spell, but hopefully that's a thing of the past.
All right, looks like there are no more questions. Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.